Audible Inc. presents The Big Lebowski and Philosophy, Keeping Your Mind Limber with Abiding Wisdom. Edited by Peter S. Fosl. Narrated by Darren Stevens. Introduction. Sometimes there's a film. What makes a book or a film philosophical? Is it being prepared to argue arcane conceptual minutiae, whatever the cost, no matter how many people it bores? Is that what makes a philosophical text? Well, it's certainly not a pair of testicles. The editors and the contributors to this volume are committed to the idea that topics of philosophical interest can be found just about anywhere. Sure, in ancient Athens and contemporary universities, but also in homes and bars, on iPods, and in movie theaters. When it comes to questions of truth, goodness, beauty, reality, and meaning, frankly, it's hard to find a time and a place they don't apply. To some extent, the ubiquity of philosophical considerations in life is both philosophy's strength and its weakness. Because matters of philosophical interest are everywhere and involve pretty much everyone, it often seems as if anything goes in philosophy. It seems just as right to say to philosophers about their output what the dude aptly tells the Jesus. Well, like, that's just your opinion, man. Yet then again, just as not everyone who picks up a bowling ball is a golfer, not just anything a bunch of bums might say or do at a bowling alley can count as philosophy. Course, I can't say I seen London recently, and I ain't been to France as often as I'd like, but it seems to me that thinking philosophically about something, even a movie, means at least thinking carefully about it. Means thinking about how it fits right in or doesn't fit right in with established philosophical theories and principles. Not every child who wanders into the middle of a movie can achieve that kind of thinking. The essays in this volume, however, even those that might sometimes seem stupefying, really do. Still, it might seem a stretch to take seriously the idea of examining the Big Lebowski philosophically. It can look like just a light-hearted comedy, a guy movie, kind of juvenile, really, something silly and escapist. The Big Lebowski may indeed have seemed that way to moviegoers when it was first released in 1998, because it proved to be a box-office disappointment. Yet, when you start to think about The Big Lebowski, and over time lots of people have, more and more new shit comes to light. Obviously, the film confronts issues of sex, violence, and death. The action of the film is initiated by the escapades of a nymphomaniacal porn actress, an assault, rug-peeing, and an apparent kidnapping. Donny dies. Maud conceives. Children are threatened with castration. Guns are drawn on old friends. Cars are burned. Cocktails are drugged. Money and rugs are stolen. Marmots are nearly drowned. That's enough by itself to lead any ethicist to put down the tie stick and crack open the Plato. Of course, there's more. In the twin Lebowskis, one finds the legacies of both leftist hippies, still quoting Lenin, or is it Lenin, and Barry Goldwater's minions, still locked in struggle. There's class war between unemployed bums and capitalist achievers, too. Then there's the dude's pacifism and Walter's Vietnam warrior ethic. There's Walter's inflexible certainty and the dude's laid-back, well, dudeness. There's religion in Jesus and Moses, as well as gestures toward things Eastern. Even the 12th century Jewish philosopher from Islamic Andalusia, Maimonides, a.k.a. Rambam, makes a brief appearance. Stalking across the terrain of the film, too, is European nihilism. Important currents of recent philosophy have focused on the threat or the absurdity of nihilism in modern culture, and a number of the philosophers in this volume have undertaken to consider seriously the film's response to it. Perhaps most compelling of all, however, is simply the dude and the way he abides. Somehow, this silly, unemployed, developmentally arrested, pot-addled loser captures our imaginations. People are drawn to him as an exemplar of something,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?